Have you ever stopped to wonder what really separates something that's just good from something that's truly legendary? What is that magic ingredient that turns an object of luxury into a full-blown icon worth millions? Well, today, we're going to unroll one of the greatest mysteries in the world of fine tobacco. Welcome to the Cigar Fatty Academy and the literary universe of writer Dantes Cruz. Through his incredible work, we get to go on a quest to understand a true legend, a cigar that has not only captivated connoisseurs, but has absolutely shattered auction records, the Cohiba Behike. And that right there is the question at the very heart of our explainer. What is it? Is it just the materials, the craftsmanship, or is it something more, something almost mythical? To find the answer, our story actually begins, believe it or not, with an accident on the streets of Paris. Okay, so picture this. This is Dantes. He's a Cuban living in France, a total expert in Bordeaux wines. But one day, after a nasty spill on his Vespa, he has this massive epiphany. Lying there in a hospital bed, it just hits him. He can name every single Grand Cru of Burgundy, yet he knows next to nothing about the Cohiba Behike, a legendary product from his own homeland. That moment of clarity sparks a vow. He's going back to Cuba to uncover every single secret behind the legend. So Dante's quest first leads him to the fields of Pinar del Rio, right to the source of the Behike's magic. And the very first secret he uncovers isn't some complicated technique, but a gift from nature itself. A mysterious, almost magical leaf known as medio tiempo. So what in the world is medio tiempo? Okay, imagine a tobacco plant. Right at the very top, soaking up the most intense Cuban sun, a few very, very special plants will decide to grow two extra smaller leaves. Now, these are not just any old leaves. They are packed with an absolutely incredible concentration of oils and flavor. This, right here, is medio tiempo. It's the heart of the Behike's unique character and the source of its legendary power and complexity. And this is where the magic really begins. I mean, look at these numbers. You can't force a plant to produce these leaves. It is a total whim of Mother Nature. As you can see, up to 90% of all tobacco plants will never grow medio tiempo. This incredible natural scarcity is really the first pillar of the Behike's exclusivity. And this quote just brilliantly illustrates the blend of history and innovation behind the Behike. See, medio tempo was actually a pre-revolutionary secret, a leaf they used to call cacho duro that had pretty much fallen into obscurity. It was Jorge Mike, a Cuban chemist working in France, who rediscovered this forgotten knowledge and had the vision to make it the cornerstone of the modern Behike line. He didn't invent it, he resurrected a legend. So, you've got this incredibly rare ingredient, but honestly, that's only half the story. The real magic, the part that's hard to wrap your head around, happens in the process. The next part of this legend is an obsession with detail that is just, well, it's almost unbelievable. All right, get ready for some mind-blowing numbers. From the moment a seed is planted to the moment a cigar is ready to be smoked, a single leaf of Habanas tobacco undergoes 539 distinct steps. Let me say that again. 539. And get this, 486 of those steps happen before the leaf even reaches the factory. Now let's think about the human element. An incredible 847 pairs of expert hands are involved in the journey of a single Behike cigar. From the farmers in the field to the sorters, the rollers, and the quality inspectors, every single person is a master of their craft, a critical link in an unbroken chain of tradition. And this might be the most shocking number of all. After all that work, after 847 pairs of hands have touched it, a staggering 40% of finished Behike cigars are rejected. A tiny inconsistency in flavor, a slight imperfection in the roll, anything less than absolute perfection is just discarded. The Behike you smoke is truly the best of the best of the best. This insane commitment to perfection is built on three pillars that really define the Cohiba brand. First, the selection process is legendary. They don't just pick the best, they take the selection of the selection. Second, unlike most other cigars that are fermented twice, Cohiba leaves get a unique third fermentation in oak barrels, which totally smooths out the flavor and reduces impurities. And finally, they are rolled only by the most elite artisans, the master torcedores of the iconic Laguito factory. Okay, so a super rare ingredients and an obsessive production process. You can probably guess what comes next. Let's talk about the price of this legend, a value that has skyrocketed into the realm of fine art and supercars. To really understand the scale here, just look at these two numbers. In 2006, the first Behike humidor sold for €15,000, a remarkable price for sure. But then you fast forward to 2025, and a special anniversary humidor was auctioned for an unbelievable €4.6 million. That's not just an increase, that is an absolute explosion in value. Let's just break that down for a second. That record-breaking humidor had 400 cigars in it. If you do the math, that means each individual cigar inside was valued at approximately €11,500 for one cigar. That's a price that puts the Behike firmly in the world of ultra-luxury, no question about it. So, why this astronomical price? Well, it's like a perfect storm of factors. You have the natural, uncontrollable rarity of medio tiempo. You have the obsessive, multi-stage quality control with that insane 40% rejection rate. The production is strictly limited every year. There's that unique third fermentation process. And all of this combines to create its status as a global symbol of ultimate luxury, right up there with Patek Philippe watches and Hermes bags. But, maybe the true value isn't really in the price tag. As one old tobacco farmer told our hero Dantes, when you light up a Behike, you're not just smoking tobacco. You're smoking the story of the plant's struggle to produce that perfect leaf and the perseverance of every single artisan who guided it on its incredible journey. So, what is the secret of the Cohiba Behike? It's not just one thing. It's this magical convergence of nature's unpredictable gift of medio tiempo, the absolute peak of human artistry honed over generations, and the deep, rich history of Cuba itself, all perfectly rolled into a single legendary experience. And this is just one of the incredible stories from the world of Habanos. So if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, definitely subscribe to the channel because we are just getting started. And to dive even deeper, remember that you can now enjoy the complete collection of writer Dantes Cruz on Amazon, with more than 50 books dedicated to these amazing cigars. And that leaves us with one final thought. The Behike reminds us that behind every object of true value, there's a story of nature, craftsmanship, and perseverance. So the next time you encounter something truly special, what story will you uncover?